has been reserved. And of course, earlier in the day, we heard the public protector's legal counsel saying that the little interaction that there was after her report was initially filed in February did not constitute proper engagement as it is envisioned by law, and that they said that it was not sufficient at all. And of course, why that's important is that earlier we heard that counsel for the SABC said the DA's application was premature because there is still engagement going on between the minister, the board and the public protector.
Mariska, we're just trying to understand the legal process further. What's the next step now, legally speaking, that is?
Legally speaking, arguments have been concluded in this matter as it stands at the moment, and judgment has been reserved. We are not clear when the judge will rule yet. That will be communicated later. But we had a chance to speak to the SABC spokesperson this afternoon, to Mr. Kaiser Khanyago, and he said now all we can do is wait for the processes. But he said it has not affected the running of the daily operations of the SABC, and that it is now just a matter of waiting for the outcome and take it from where the judgment is made.
Mariska, we're just watching pictures of a fairly large contingent of Hlaudi supporters outside the court. They were actually chanting slogans accusing the DA of racism. Mr. Motsoeneng did address the supporters briefly today. What did he say?
Yes, there was a fairly large contingent of people yesterday and today, and they are very brave because it is cold, wet and miserable in Cape Town. And we could hear them while we were in the courtroom. We could hear them singing the whole time in support of Mr. Motsoeneng. And he addressed them during the lunch break this afternoon, thanking them for their support. And he said the Western Cape is a wonderful place because he never expected this kind of support from the public. But they were adamant and persistent, and they kept on singing and supporting him until court was adjourned this afternoon.
Mariska, well, lawyers for Mr. Motsoeneng saying this is all just a political ploy and that he did declare that he was not in possession of a matric certificate. Why is this significant? Tell us.
Well, it's significant for the DA because they say it goes to the point of dishonesty. That's a very rudimentary explanation of it all. But they say it was dishonest and the manner in which he was employed was unlawful. And that is one of the points that they raised, that he supposedly lied about having a matric certificate. But of course, lawyers for Mr. Motsoeneng and the SABC made it very clear that the SABC was well aware of the fact that Mr. Motsoeneng never had a matric certificate when he was first employed in the early 90s at the SABC, and they said there is no dishonesty in it because Mr. Motsoeneng was truthful about his qualifications and what he can do. And of course they also said his qualifications did not stop him from giving good service to the SABC and running it properly in the position that he has.
Thank you, Mariska Botha, for your time on the PM News Desk. That was our reporter, Mariska Botha, coming to us from a very cold, rainy and wet Cape Town. Let's see what the temperatures are doing in your part of the country.